ArizonaHotHomestead, my name is Jeff, and welcome to my channel. Here I document my experience of moving and living off the grid. I hope you find my channel entertaining. I hope you laugh. I hope you cry. I hope you learn some do's and don'ts. And now for our featured video, ArizonaHotHomestead.com. And a couple hours later, look what you got. A water tank, 5,000 gallons. Hear that? That's thunder. But yet, the sun is shining. You get pockets of storms up here. And you know, rain in just a little area and everyone else stays dry. So anyhow, back to our water tank. This trench here, this is propane. Propane tank's going to go right there, and then the line will go there. That guy's 5,000 gallons. I am going to plumb it myself. There's a valve there. Some of you may be asking, well, gee, wouldn't it make sense if that valve, if that outlet was right there in line with the trench? Well, two people tried to move this thing, and it wasn't easy at all. We had to negotiate between trees, mounds of dirt, and all kinds of stuff, and once it got it in there, we couldn't budge it. We tried to rock it in place, and that was the best we could. There's a little gap down here. I know that doesn't look good, does it? I'm gonna fill in that back as far as I can. What's cool about this tank is the bottom is bellowed. I don't think I showed that to you, but it's bellowed, and the cool part about that is it's designed so that on the ground, if it is a little bit uneven, it kind of fills in the gaps there for you. So it's kind of a flexible ass, if you will. Sorry, that may have been over the line, but a flexible bottom. See why I went with ass? Because bottom. Never mind. I'm in my own little world. Literally, this is my own little world. Isn't this great? And that's the good Lord talking to me, I guess. So anyhow, so I'm going to plumb this. I'm going to use, when it's full, gravity is fine. However, what the tank guy said, and from what I've understand, is the best route to go is to go with a pump that actually has a pressure pump behind it or with it, and this way it will help push the water and create more pressure than what's in there, and therefore it could go right down this line and all the way over there, all the way to there, and then right there is the one with the cap on it, is this Quilt City water, and it'll be all pressurized. Now that piece right there, the propane cannot lay on top of any other utility technically. However, code does say though that as long as it's not on top, it could be 4 inches between. So if the water line, which is a 3/4 line, PEX line, sits on that side, and I bury it, and I come up a few inches, and on this side here I put the propane line, I think I'm right at the 4 inches. And I'm not doing this by code anyhow, but I do want things to be pretty close to code. just because there is a reason for codes. A lot of times codes are just for safety, and so just makes my home just a little bit safer. And when they go to put in that tank, then they'll plumb it for me. That's the great thing about that. So they'll put the tank there, right there, and then they'll plumb it all the way down here, curve around here, and go right up in through here. And then that's my battery, so that's going to be moved. But because my tanks are right here, so I had to go a little one because that one's empty and this one's about to be empty. But right there's my line. So this way they'll come, I'll finish trenching, I'll remove this battery temporarily, and I'll trench this other couple of feet myself, and then he'll be able to come up with a straight line and plumb it right into there, and everything will be fine. You should have seen, I should have videotaped the guy trenching this thing. Good example is to look at the marks that it made right here. That's all clay, folks. Now, when he was doing this, I actually noticed a couple of areas where he was literally only going an inch or two on the ground, and then he'd have to back it up and keep prying away at it until he finally got it. But this is why you have someone else do it with the big tools. A lot of dirt they pulled out of there, huh? Look at all these roots here from, wow, listen to that thunder. All these roots here from these trees. Some of them were pretty good size. Check out that root there that we had to cut out. Don't even look like a root. Check out that one there. That's a root. We pulled that one out of the ground and just threw it off to the side. But yeah, look at that. We had to cut that guy. That one there goes to that tree. And that was part of them. A lot of roots. Look at that. Huh. Anyhow. Alright, so that's my tank. Enough of the roots. It's about my tank. So the next video related to this is going to be the plumbing of the tank. So I'll do the plumbing. I'll also do a video of the propane. So expect those in the next few weeks. I don't know exactly when I'll be able to get back up here to get some of the stuff done, but there you go. This tank is called a bushman's or a bushman. In fact, I don't know if you can see this right here. Right there. B-U-S-H-M-A-N. Excuse me. But that's a 5,000 gallon. I think technically it's 4,995. Now what's cool about that is under the county restrictions. The county says if you're, check this out, the county says if it's 5,000 gallons and it's on the surface, like right, if I just put it there, then you technically supposed to have building permits and all that. However, if you take a 5,000 and you put it in the ground like this, then it's below surface, and therefore you don't have to have the same permits. Now, I think that's stupid, but you're dealing with the government. They're not too smart. So, but this is technically a $49.95, so it's below permit anyhow. So we're good to go. So they call it a 5 because If you notice, though, check this out. See where the location is on that outlet? You still have a couple of inches to go on the bottom. So if you were looking at this as gravity fed only, there would be still, as big as round as this is 10-foot diameter, you would still have literally a few hundred gallons sitting down there in the bottom that you would never get. That's one of the reasons why I'm going with that pressurized pump, because by doing that, that's going to help pull the water out and give me that added pressure that I would lose. And by giving me that added pressure down here, woo, I bet you that was fun. Going from down below all the way up to right there where the outlet is, or the inlet, that couple feet there, it helps push it up there. So those guys are my, I got two of them, 330 gallons. I went with that instead of 275s. Those eventually are going to set one right there, one right here, because they're slightly too tall for the window, but they'll sit on each side of that window perfectly. And they are my first wash, or first flush. In Arizona, we don't really have to, well, look at these. I don't have to worry about stuff falling on my roof from the trees and leaves and things like that. I just have to worry about dust. Even though I got this clay soil here, which is a pain in the tush, check this out. This might help you a little bit on the whole soil thing. I don't know how well this is going to really show up, but this dirt right here, that is what happens when it gets dry out here. That top soil, where am I? That top soil just turns to this dust. And then when you have a storm, like what we have here, you could actually get 2 inches of rain. Very rare, but you might get 2 inches of rain in one storm. Mainly you get like a ½ inch, maybe an inch if you're lucky. But sitting on this roof is a layer of that dust. And then even after 2 inches of rain, you still have dust. Now how that works, I don't know. But so those 330 gallon totes, they're going to collect total 660 gallons. That will cover 1,000 square foot roof off 1 inch of rain, and therefore that should cover most rains. I'm going to actually put 2 more on the other side over there, so I'll actually have 4 on this entire roof system. So I'll have more than I need. But the cool part's going to be that I can allow the water to settle in there, and if the water settles in there, all that dust eventually falls to the bottom, and then I will pump it, and I'll show you the pump I'm going to use later. But I'm going to pump it then from this into that 5,000 gallons, and when I do that, it's going to get filtered and it gets chlorinated, and everything is clean and fresh and better than bottled water, because bottled water is too clean. That will actually kill you. You gotta have bad stuff in your water, build your immune system. So, but there you go. I think that's it for now. I'm going to post this video, obviously, because you're watching it, and I think I'm going to do that before, I don't know. I might just wait and hold off on this video until I plumb this, and then add this to the end. So this is going to end up being a long video if I do that. So I guess you'll find out later, or as you're watching it, because it will continue. And if not, then this is it for now. This is ArizonaHotHomestead. Subscribe, like, comment. And that's my water tote. 5,000 gallons empty. How would I fill it? Rain, like up there. And also, I'll fill it I'll probably have someone truck in some water just to get me started, to kind of prime me, if you will, and then we'll kind of go from there. But that's it for now. Jeff, Arizona Hot Homestead. Don't forget, check out my website. Like, subscribe, comment, and thank you to all you subscribers out there. It's kind of cool. You subscribe to me, I might subscribe back to you. We watch each other's videos. We have a lot of fun. This is kind of cool. Talk to you later. Bye. Arizona Hot Homestead. Thanks for watching our video today. Hopefully you had a good time. You enjoyed it. You laughed. You cried. It was entertaining. You learned something. Hopefully you subscribed, liked, commented. This is ArizonaHotHomestead. If I don't see you there, I'll see you on the web.